If you clicked on this video, it probably means you're having some compost issues. Maybe your pile's not getting hot enough. Most of the videos out there are going to show you using manure to make hot piles. Now, everyone does not have manure laying around to make compost. And sometimes manure isn't that great because of all the things that the farmers put into the straw that gets fed to the animals. Those herbicides can get transferred to that manure. So even though I could get some free manure where I live, I don't use it. So I'm going to give you 2 ingredients that you can use with your compost to turn any compost pile into a super hot pile. I do all my composting now with the 18-day composting method. If you're not familiar with that, I'm going to put the link in the description to that. But basically it involves me building piles within these rings. I let it sit for 4 days. Then I flip it, and then every second day after that for 18 days, I flip it again. And I've also started using these 2-inch PVC tubes. I make 3/8 holes all around it, and what I could do with that is I can jam it through these rings, and it allows a little extra air to get in there, because air is really important to make hot compost. So let's get started. Got my water source handy. She's feeling pretty warm, so let's see what we got, and then I'll show you the 2 secret ingredients. The center of this pile is very hot. You open it up, there is steam coming out. Very hot, almost too hot to touch. Now I don't have my compost thermometer because I think it's buried in this old pile. We'll find out when I flip that. So if you're not using manure from cows, horses, whatsoever, here's your 2 ingredients. We have urine and coffee grounds. Now both of these are free resources. Starbucks actually has a program where they give away free coffee grounds, but unfortunately we called Starbucks around here and they don't even know about their own program. So what I do is I buy this animal bedding that's made of coffee grounds. Now for the size of the bag, the 50-pound bag, it's actually pretty cheap because we don't use too many of these in the compost. So what I do is I just take the coffee grounds and I'm just going to sprinkle a thin layer on top there. Then I'll just go ahead, give it a little bit of moisture to get those coffee grounds nice and moist inside there. Now you don't need to use a lot of these coffee grounds. Every couple layers I'll just come through and sprinkle a little bit in there. Then I'm just taking the outsides of my pile and putting them towards the center now. I see where I got a lot of stuff that's not broken down yet. That's where I'll definitely come back and add some coffee grounds in there. And this is what I'll do with the urine. Put it in this watering can right here. Not all of it, just a little bit for now. Take the hose, add a little bit of water in there with it. And now I can take this and I can put a nice layer on my compost. And then just keep going through here, doing the same thing. Just alternating layers here, adding some coffee grounds, some urine, you know, all the good stuff. And then I'll go ahead and add my tubes. Now I got these bent so the tube will slide right in there. Now look at that. Got all this extra air that can make its way in here and filter out through these holes. Now if you don't want to use the urine, you don't have to. Coffee grounds will be just fine. But what I'm showing you here is just an alternate way that doesn't involve using manure from livestock. Now granted, I do have chicken manure in here, but the funny thing about chicken manure that I found is it really doesn't make a super hot pile, no matter how much I put in here. And I know someone's gonna say, yeah, chicken manure is really hot. I've just not found that. I have found that if I use coffee grounds or urine or either or, that no matter what I'm composting, my piles get really hot. I can compost big wood chips and get them broken down in these 18 days. And that works out good because sometimes we don't have the exact materials we need to compost, so we need to break them down any means necessary. Go ahead and throw the next tube in here since we're getting high up. Gotta get that airflow in there. Air and moisture help build a hot pile. So there she is. We're all set for another 2 days. We'll come back and flip it again. I know one thing is for sure. Before I go to flip this pile in 2 days, this is going to be anywhere from 145 to 170 degrees on the inside. That's not from the little bit of chicken manure we got in here. It is from the coffee grounds and the urine. Now, if you don't want to use urine because you're grossed out by it, that's fine. You don't have to use it. Just use coffee grounds in here. So for your next compost pile, go out, get some free coffee grounds or buy the animal bedding. Come out here to your pile, add them to it, and your compost pile and plants later on will thank you. Thanks for watching.